Mr. Saracin, thank you for the opportunity to have this interview with you for me. Yesterday, the Bundestag adopted a resolution in support to North Macedonia's Euro integration process. What does this resolution mean to us? And what kind of impact do you expect this document to have in the country, but in the EU as well?
So first, I think it's not to underestimate that it's special that the Bundestag took the time to prepare this document and to have a special conclusion about North Macedonia. Because actually in the German parliament and also in the German governing coalition, they had the rule not to treat single countries anymore with resolutions, and they made an exemption for North Macedonia. Because the next months in North Macedonia are decisive not only for your own country, it's decisive for the spirit of EU enlargement in the whole region. So it's a commitment and it's a promise. And the MPs told me that they were traveling a lot in North Macedonia, and a lot of not only politicians but also people who they met told them that they have a bad stomach feeling, that they have a bad emotion, that they are afraid about identity, about the role of language in the future in the European Union, about culture and identity. And a lot of people ask us to talk to your neighbors about it. But actually it's not our role to talk to your neighbors about, bilateral conflicts. We of course try to be positive and try to help. But I think it's very important to say, listen, Germany has a clear position on that. Germany is valuing Macedonian culture, language and identity, and you can count on that. And this is a promise from the German parliament, the highest body in German politics, to everybody in North Macedonia that you can trust on that. And Germany will pursue this path also in the European Union. Because for us, the European Union is a union of diversity, like North Macedonia is a country of diversity. And the European Union is accepting all different languages, identities and cultures, and even fostering them. So we are quite sure that this path of North Macedonia with the Macedonian identity, culture and language towards the European Union is very feasible and fits. And Germany makes the promise to stand on this path.
The document reads that in between that Macedonian language and culture will further enrich the diversity of languages and culture of the European Union, as you already said. Germany has never disputed any of this. Is this resolution maybe directly addressed and to Bulgaria? Any message for Bulgaria also?
No, it's a message to you.
Only to
it's
us.
a message to the Macedonians, that we know you and that you can rely on us. And I understand that when you feel that somebody is denying something which is important for you, that you are focusing a lot on this partner and trying to convince or even quarrel about it. But you have friends who don't deny, and perhaps you should focus more on those who are supportive of you and give you also the trust that you will be warmly and with all of your means be recognized from us. And Bulgaria is also an important and good friend of Germany. We also engage bilaterally very strong with Bulgaria, and I'm really glad to have Bulgaria inside the European Union. So it's not in the way that this is a message to Bulgaria or something. No, we think that for North Macedonia and for Bulgaria, the best situation is when you all are in the European Union on eye level. So it's not something which seems to be negative, it's a positive resolution, and we want to positively reach out to everybody in North Macedonia.
Mr. Saracin, you paid a visit to Skopje less than a month ago, and now you are here in Struga. You meet with Prime Minister Kovacevski and said back then and now that we should use the momentum and focus on the task arising from the negotiating framework, which include the constitutional revision and incorporation of the Bulgarian minority prior to the second intergovernmental conference and the opening of negotiating clusters. What if North Macedonia fails to adopt the constitutional amendments?
Well, for us it's quite clear that the European Union made the deal to say it's a precondition for opening the first clusters that you do the constitutional change. And this precondition is set. It is an illusion to believe that it could be renegotiated And it's even more illusion that it could be renegotiated to reach something better than it has been reached last year within the second French proposal. We expect North Macedonia to deliver this, although we know that it's not an easy expectation and that it's not easy for North Macedonia to deliver on that. If North Macedonia fails to deliver on that, we would, of course, respect this decision. It's not about us to decide on your constitution, it's about the members of Macedonian parliament to decide on. But for us, that would also mean that for the time, your parliament is not willing to move forward on the European path.
You recommended opposition ВМРО-ДПМН on several occasions to support the constitutional changes by September. Prime Minister Kovacevski and opposition leader Mickovski met recently, and there seems to be a progress, but also a setting of new conditions from the opposition side. How realistic are the demands of the opposition regarding delaying enforcement of the constitutional amendments, if they will be adopted?
Well, I mean, I haven't talked to Mr. Mickovski about the exact drawing of this proposal, so I cannot really comment on. I can just say that we will stick to the negotiation framework and we will stick to the second French proposal. And I don't see any room to go out of this. So you have to ask him, or you would have to give me a question again after I had the chance to talk privately with Mr. Mickovski about this proposal, which I haven't done yet.
Okay. Can North Macedonia get a new negotiating framework, or maybe a guarantee that Bulgaria will not set further conditions related to history?
Well, I mean, if we start to say that, okay, two countries make proposals for having a better negotiation framework, I mean, the next time then Ukraine and Poland will come and make some proposals, but then Hungary and Poland, Ukraine will also do some, or should we perhaps ask Bosnia and Herzegovina and Croatia to make proposals for negotiation framework and then all the European Union follows? I can tell you this. The negotiation framework was unanimously decided in the EU27 Council. We will not start opening such a decision again. It's adopted and it cannot be changed. As a guarantee for North Macedonia, it has been adopted in a way that it cannot be changed easily afterwards, so that Bulgaria cannot put new conditions inside. This was one of the key points of the proposal last year. So it's totally unrealistic that we will open this again. Germany will be against opening negotiation framework again.
The initiative of 7 EU member states, including Germany, for a broader use of the qualified majority voting when passing EU decisions related to enlargement as well. What are the prospects of this type of decision making? Well, how realistic is to endorse this initiative?
We know this is a difficult debate in the European Union actually since at least the Lisbon Treaty, probably even since the 90s, since the Single European Act. So it's never easy, but we were in the last decades already managing out to get more qualified majority voting. And I think for the capability of European Union to have fast and bold decisions in a globalized world, it would be really important to get the steps further. But we have to discuss this with our friends and partners, and of course there are a lot of countries, not only from Eastern Europe, who are skeptical on that, because classically wise, also small countries are afraid that without veto position, their leverage would be marginalized. But exactly in North Macedonia, we see that veto positions also can be harmful for positive processes. So I cannot really give an assumption how this will end, but Germany tries to cooperationally push this argument and to get some more qualified majority voting with this proposal.
Tensions in Kosovo are rising. The international community has called for calm, but also new elections in northern Kosovo. How serious is the situation, and could the region destabilize, considering the current geopolitical developments and the war in the Ukraine?
You know, last time when I was in Skopje, I think I tried to explain that North Macedonia doesn't have much time to lose because we don't know what will happen. I meant the war in Ukraine, but now you have the momentum that European Union asks you, come a step closer. And if we now get the opening of the clusters after constitutional change in North Macedonia, I think the path of the country towards the European Union is not reversible. You made then a very, very important step that everybody knows your country will come. We don't know how fast, but nobody can turn the country around anymore. And now we see what's happening so close and what in your neighborhood. How dangerous this is, that even, you know, violent outbreaks on the streets happening again suddenly after so many years. And also what this means for the feeling, for the stomach feeling of people in the region. And it's showing, come as soon as possible, as close as possible towards European Union. Make this path irreversible now, to be more secured for what might come up next. We don't expect yet to happen perhaps in the next months and weeks also. The next months in the region will be decisive. And for the self-esteem of the people, that the region will go forward to European Union, positive outcome of constitutional change voting in North Macedonia would be very, very important in fostering. It would be the positive light on the region if we have these problems directly in your neighborhood now as well. So this is why we are trying to, on the one hand, be perhaps we are not the best friends of North Macedonia, because we are also critical sometimes. We are true friends of North Macedonia, and as true friends we ask you, go this step. We know it's difficult for you, but go this step together with us. You can count on Germany that we will be with you on the path.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.